Hello, hello. It is May 28th, 2025. I am Danielle from the CE team, and you're chilling with SAC Vibes, the local government podcast where we educate, engage, and empower residents from the city of Sacramento. I'm going to pass it to my left.
I am your other co-host, Lynette.
And I am Greg, the other co-host, and we have some special guests in here with us today. Would you like to introduce yourselves, please?
I am Kevin Daniel.
No S.
No S.
No S.
Antonette Seeley with an S.
With an S. Oh, look at that. At the beginning at that.
That's right.
For those of you wondering why we're talking about S's, we were talking about that offline. I said Kevin Daniels, and he corrected me, said, no, there's no S at the end of my name. Like, what?
And apparently it's like a common mistake,
Yeah.
one that you've lived with your entire life.
My whole
It's
life.
wild.
Your whole life.
I think it just sounds better with an S. I think you should just go with the S.
Yeah.
Like,
Lean into
Kevin Daniel?
But
Kevin
that's not-
Daniel.
that's
Your
not my
name is
name.
incorrect, actually.
But that's not my name. My name is Daniel with no S. But
Did
I got
you watch,
trophies, awards, all kind of
with
stuff.
S. So you're just like an imposter walking around.
There it is.
Let's take a vote for our listeners. If you think he should go with Daniels with an S, let us know. Or should he go back to just Daniel?
It doesn't matter what the vote is. It's
There's
Daniel.
nothing wrong with Daniel.
First
Like,
name.
don't vote
Daniel
for
is
me.
perfectly fine.
I got two first names. People just call me Daniel sometimes. They think it's my first name.
You're out here judging him. People don't even know what he does yet. Can you hand me that sign over there? I'm hot. Y'all got me laughing too much.
Maybe it's
Thank
because
you.
of our budget. Maybe they decided like we only get air a couple days out of the week.
I don't know. Is it like when you water the lawn on Tuesdays?
That might have been the
and Thursdays only?
15% cut that they
AC.
AC on
building said we'll just
Thursdays
limit
and Fridays only
when no one's here.
on the third floor. Oh, man.
Man. But yeah, I'm glad we got to open with that because y'all can already tell our guests are a lot of fun. But before we go into that, Lynette, can you maybe talk about what happened at council yesterday?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go. But what I will say is that a lot of the things that have been happening at council have been revolving around the budget.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so they will actually vote on the budget on June 10th. So there's been conversation on the budget. There's been conversations last week on an update on the city manager recruitment. And so they had a survey out. They did about 6 in-person and virtual meetings with community, just getting input on characteristics they should look at and consider when selecting a new city manager.
Okay.
And so they had a discussion on council last week on the city manager recruitment. So those are some of the high-level things. They also recognized Asian Pacific Islander Month.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then also good and sad news, Sparky, Mr. Harris is retiring. He's been at the city for a long time. He was responsible for the Dixieanne alleyways that have been transformed. And so that was probably one of the last big projects he worked on. So if you love how the alleys look in D2, you got Mr. Sparky to thank. And he doesn't even look like he's old enough to retire. And I was
Yeah,
like, that's
I'm
how I want to
surprised.
be. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I was like, what do you mean he's retiring? He's like 25.
yeah, he looks really
There's
good.
a painting of Sparky in his house that's like very old. That's a Dorian and Gray reference. You remember that movie?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For the old people in that listening.
Oh, I feel young because I don't know about it. So,
See?
It's for the 50-plus crowd.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
There's a movie about a guy who's young, right? But then at home, like and you learn later that he was alive like during the Revolutionary War and all that. And then come to find out that there's a picture of him in his house that's hella old because he did some kind of magic spell and the picture gets older. But not him. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's just freaky. I don't know what happens at the end. I know y'all ain't gonna watch it, but he probably die or something.
Wait, why not? Well, what if I do watch it?
I don't remember what happened then.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can even find it. What'd you say?
I don't have the attention span for movies. So probably.
Waiting for somebody to get old. It sounds like a
Right.
really interesting plot, right?
Yeah.
But that's what happened at council. So not a lot of stuff has been happening right now at council. There's been a lot of stuff on consent, but not a lot of discussion and action.
Have
items.
folks been giving feedback about the budget?
People have, not as much as I would like to see, because we'll see it later once the budget has been allocated, and then they'll be super vocal. And I'll remind them that I've been reminding them throughout the whole year. So
don't wait for it to get baked in.
right,
They're about to cook it. You better come down.
yeah. But yeah, so it's been good. Little quiet time.
Okay. So there's a few weeks left. And when is the vote for the budget again?
June 10th.
June 10th is the last, is the vote. So try to get a comment in before that. Either it's through making a comment at council, or you can do an e-comment as well.
Yes, and they do definitely get read. So if you're worried about, I don't like e-commenting because no one's going to see it, we do.
That's correct.
So definitely please let your voice be heard.
And some people just email the council members directly. So that's an option as well. You can just email your council member about how you feel about stuff.
I didn't know you can do that.
Absolutely. It's your council member. You can email them. Anytime you email the city, it's public record.
Got it.
But, council members, they know that they received a bunch of emails about someone saying that they either like or don't like something. So it's something that'll be on their mind when they get ready to vote.
Right. Okay.
Very true.
Cool.
And I guess with that, now that our council updates them, we can delve into the meat of the podcast.
The meat. I like that.
The meat.
All right. So the meat for this week's episode.
I say that because I just ate a lot of meat.
You had a meat. Oh, why did you eat a lot of meat?
Because today was the flag raising here at City Hall. Sorry, quick detour. But today was a lot of fun because at City Hall we had the flag raising. It was hosted by our LGBTQ plus employee resource group, ERG. And there were food trucks. There was a Sacramento Gay Men's Chorus. It was good.
Kicking off Pride Month.
I had a pork inasal bowl.
Bahay Kubo.
Bahay Kubo. It was good. And I'm full.
Did you bring any for anybody else?
No.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Maybe
why.
there's two downstairs if you want to catch them, but it's a lot of food.
That's why there's meat in your stomach right now.
Yes.
Speaking of meat, we're going to go to the meat of our topic now, which is our workforce development work. Kevin Daniel is in the house with us today. Tell us what you do for the city.
All right. Well, I am the Workforce Development Manager for the Office of Innovation and Economic Development, and I lead the Workforce and Child Care team. So basically, I'm trying to find creative solutions to just to activate the city's workforce development strategies. So I talk with other public agencies. I work with community-based organizations, the private sector, and just the community, just really to find some creative ways to create the talent pipeline. And the important thing with the pipeline is make sure it gets into our economically challenged neighborhoods. We want to make sure that everyone has opportunity to get to work here at the city. There's some great jobs here at the city. But what happens far too frequently is the word never really gets down to our community. And I tell young people all the time, if you can get a job at the city at 20 years old and just hold on that job and grow and grow and grow, it's a great job. I mean, because here it is, you now have you have benefits, you have retirement, and you have a place where you can grow and really and retire here. So
I can retire like at 50 something.
It is good.
That's great.
I'm not saying that just because I'm on the payroll.
But even outside of the city jobs, you help folks get qualified to get jobs outside of the city, right?
I will say, I will boast a little bit. Last year, we were able to get 632 young people jobs throughout the city. That's here with the city and with community-based organizations.
600 and what?
632.
You can do your thing now. That's great.
And the whole idea is really just to give young people opportunity to work, get a work experience. Right. And I will say some of these jobs are career-based. Some of these jobs are just jobs. We overlook the fact that sometimes when you're young, you just need work experience. It doesn't have to be career-based. My first job was Taco Bell. That wasn't my career, but that was my chance to work, earn money, and just get some critical skills like showing up to work on time.
Yeah. Yep. I do believe that working food service is like a rite of passage that everyone should try, just because food service is also my first job. And I just feel like I think people really overlook the kinds of skills you can pick up from things like food service, retail. Those translate even if you're trying to build a career elsewhere. Your customer service, your time management, teamwork. They carry
I was
over.
Carl's Jr. on
Yeah.
Freeport Boulevard. That was my first job.
But let me
Pizza Pirate in Vallejo.
let me share this with you. So when the economy was struggling and a lot of folks didn't have jobs, older people took those jobs. So we have a generation of young people who couldn't get a job at fast food or at retail because other folks had those jobs just to survive with their families.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've heard you talk about this before, Kevin, and other workshops I've seen you at. In terms of work experience, there's also a thing we talk about, code switching, that a lot of us people of color have to deal with. And I know that you're a big proponent of helping young people understand what that's all about.
I tell young people like this. Sometimes you go to a job, you have to have a uniform. So you go put on your uniform, you go to work. Sometimes you have to put a uniform on for your personality.
Yep.
Who you are at work is not who you have to be in real life, but who you are at work is the uniform you need to be successful in that space. The me at work is not necessarily the me on the weekend when I'm hanging out with my friends, but I'm going to have on my work uniform physically and mentally to be successful at the workplace.
Right.
Unless you're on the community engagement team. Then you can come through with your authentic self.
Which is a beautiful thing.
We love that. But yeah, absolutely. Always think about in church, I would always hear the minister say, you wouldn't wear, why would you come to church with your club clothes on? You don't go to church with your club, So, because people come to church dressed all kind of ways, right? So don't wear your club clothes at church. And then, yeah.
Well, speaking of multiple identities, I just want to let folks know, too, that Kevin is a legend on the basketball court, too. And in District 2.
He's good at bowling, too.
I got to play. Oh, you bowl, too?
Yes,
Are you a
I
good
did.
bowler? What? Okay. I had the privilege of
What do you mean we won?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. You won.
Yes, we did.
You got the pleasure of playing with him?
Of playing with him.
And then he always come in the office, broke down, Tylenol.
Because I'm old.
Well, she's talking about me.
Oh yeah, I'm right there. I officially retired from basketball in January, and I'm gonna leave it there. I've retired lots of times, but this time is for real. My body doesn't work anymore.
I was there at his last game at Zapata Park.
Tell Greg and Mikkel to retire too, because every time they try to play with you, they come to
Mikhail's in his
office.
30s.
Mikhail's young.
My
He can play
dad should
still.
join y'all. He plays with all the dads in like a local team. He has to wrap up all his joints.
Yeah.
He's like suiting up for a game.
Yeah.
You got to take Motrin before you play.
Before.
Yeah.
You got to
See?
before and then after.
And then after.
And
He's
do
got
like
knee wraps, elbow wraps,
you
finger
need the
wraps.
ice afterward.
Oh my
Pretty
God.
soon it's just not worth it. I'm like, I'm sore for 3 days. I can't walk.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's also
Who is next to you? I want to know who's the person. Who are you?
Yeah.
Oh. My name is Antonette. I don't know. I hate talking about myself all the time. I like to read. I'm 18 years old, and I started working here as a youth intern. What was that? 3 or 4 weeks ago.
And then,
Love you.
have you already graduated?
Yeah, I graduated from high school last year. I was looking for a job for like ever, and nothing was really turning out for me.
That's a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What high school?
I was homeschooled. I went to Visions in Education.
Okay.
So I was able to graduate 6 months early. So it was like 6
Wow.
months of not finding a job.
Okay.
Oh, that's me too.
Yeah.
Shout out to graduating early.
Serious. Yeah.
Well, now you're going to have some great work experience.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So what are you doing here in this position that you have?
I do a lot of miscellaneous stuff. Sometimes I help like transcribing files into like computer systems. Sometimes I help out at events. And recently I got to help out with graphic design and making memes to give out at events.
Me.
Yeah.
Talk more about that.
They just like asked me. It was like, what would the kids of today want to see?
Well, the young ones want to
What-
take from a table.
So I just like went crazy on a meme template website and just like did what I could. So we got like the penguins.
Yeah.
I like the penguins a lot.
You're so happy with them, and I love it.
Yeah, I was like,
So these are stickers that we're going to be using when we table out this summer.
Okay.
We have 2 events that we'll be tabling at this month. You'll hear more about that later.
I love this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're trying to promote our City Connect mixers, our City Management Academy, and the Sac Vibes podcast. So we got some creative talent in here, and it just so happens that the social media person on the team is a little bit immature. So I laughed at all these jokes, and I was like, yes, we need more. Give us more.
So I have a question. Are you doing this for free, or do you get paid? Or
I get paid, which is really nice. I get
Okay.
paid. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, when I heard I was getting paid.
So Kevin, can you talk a little bit about where the funding comes and
Well, so Antonette is here based on one of our programs. We work with the California Volunteers Youth Service Corps. And so we have some funding for the state to provide internships. So we have internships here at the City of Sacramento. We have internships with our IT department, and they're focused on college and community college students. We have internships with YPSI, Youth, Parks, and Community Engagement. Did I get that right?
enrichment?
And enrichment. I always get it wrong. They have youth serving our parks. Also have youth summer at City Hall. We have youth like Antonette here with our office, and also we have youth working with Public Works and with the Office of Media and Comms. So the whole idea is just giving them an opportunity to have a positive work experience. We also have youth working with our community-based organizations. So we just completed a round of funding, and so pretty soon we'll have contracts out with Roberts Family Development Center, CRE Pathways, Sierra Service Project, Human Bulb, Urban Strategies, Improve Your Tomorrow, and UC Davis for some training and some work experience.
Oh, that's great.
Let's
That's a
go.
stacked list. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so cool that the interns are paid. Speaking personally, I just feel like, people should be paid for the time that they're putting into at any job, even if they're, getting experience. And so, yeah, I think that's super cool. You're able to do that.
Yeah, and a lot of these positions, we're going ahead and we're competing with the McDonald's. McDonald's pay $20 an hour.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're trying
crazy.
to
I thought I was
be
big
competitive.
balling in college
Yeah.
making $7.25.
I was $3.25.
Oh, 320.
Yeah,
Oh.
I guess
Yeah.
That should be illegal.
I had $4.25 when I was in high school.
yeah.
I was born
We
in the
probably
right
was
era.
around about 5 something.
Yeah.
So how long is this internship?
So the internships vary. We have some internships that are just for the summer. We have some internships are for 6 months. So they vary anywhere between summertime and up to 6 months.
So Antoinette, how long is your internship?
I think up to 6 months, right? Yeah,
Okay.
6 months.
Okay, you're gonna be stuck with us for a little while.
Yeah.
And
It goes
and
by fast.
the $1 million question, Antoinette. What have you learned so far?
I've learned a lot of different things, like how many working parts there are, behind all the things we see going on in Sacramento. Oh, why does it take so long for us to do this, and why does it take so long for us to do that? It's because there's just so many steps that people don't see if they're not working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Right. Anything interesting that caught your eye about what you've seen here? How long has it been? 3-4 weeks now?
3-4 weeks,
Okay,
yeah.
that's enough to see how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
And just know, Greg likes to always ask people questions that they're not prepared for. So this is what I expect from him. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I completely forgot what the question was.
What's the secret sauce? What's
What's interesting so far?
I mean, the behind the scenes has been really cool. Working on graphic design has been fun too, because I've always I've liked doing graphic design in the past. So that was really fun for me. I gotta stop touching. And then getting to talk to people in person,
Right.
at events and stuff. That's always been a thing of mine because I just like being there face to face with people.
You shouldn't have said that to us.
Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff.
Got a whole
for you.
calendar.
Evil fingers.
And we meet people where they are. So
Right,
they
right.
outside in the summer. So that's
right.
community
So
engagement.
how does the
yes.
thing work on the weekends, Kevin? Can Antoinette come out and table with
Yes.
us?
So ideally, we want our interns working at least 20 hours a week, but they can work up to 40 hours a week. The whole idea is to have them make money and get a positive experience. And the hope also is now they're working for the city, when the city has jobs, they'll know to go apply for those jobs. Now they
Mhm.
got some history with the city, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a way to create new pathways to the city employment.
New pathways, and also like so I get to meet with Antonette with Ari every week, and we always discuss projects that she would be interested in growing into. So if you take an internship with the city, we take into mind like what kind of skills do you want to grow into.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's like a personalized experience. It's not just here's a whole stack of papers, get it
Yeah.
back to me.
Staple these.
Staple all these, highlight them.
So what kind of stuff are you like into? Like,
I'm a really big reader. I like
Okay.
sci-fi a lot. I like writing sometimes, but I don't usually have the time for it.
okay,
You know, then just like regular teenage stuff like music, hanging out with friends,
okay.
animals, stuff like that.
Who's your favorite music artist right now?
I can never say her name right. It's like Laffy or
Leve?
Leve.
That's how you-
Leve. That's how you
Leve.
say it.
That's
Yep.
right.
What is it?
Leve.
Leve.
I love Leve.
It looks like Loffy. If
but
you're
it's
like
Leve.
over 40.
Okay.
But it's
So what kind of music is
Leve.
it?
It's like kind of like softer, like kind of like jazz music.
She's like a jazz bossa nova
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
vibe.
my kids listen to Leve.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked that it's Leve.
It's Leve.
I've been saying Laffy for like a year and a half now.
Don't worry, I did that too.
Leve, if you're listening, please come to Sacramento.
Yeah, come on, Leve.
We got a new music venue.
We
Shout out
do.
to Channel 24.
Oh yeah.
So you mentioned animals. You can't just drop animals like that. What kind of animals do you like or have at home?
Well, I don't get to have animals at home because
Oh.
one, I'm allergic to dogs, which is highly
Oh.
ironic because I love them.
Oh,
I
But
should stay away from you. I'm like a walking shelter.
no, it's okay.
she has an ark at her house.
Yeah.
I usually just
wow.
take allergy pills beforehand.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
like whatever. But like I love cats a lot because you know they're the second best thing to dogs.
Okay, yeah.
And then like if we're getting out like oh what's your favorite animal? I've always liked giraffes.
Oh,
You
Okay.
recently
Yeah.
toured Front Street Animal Shelter. Did
Yeah.
you like it?
I loved it. It was so much fun.
So did you have to take your allergy medicine before? Okay.
Yeah, I took it like 20 minutes before I came so that I wouldn't be like runny nose, itchy throat, all that
Right,
stuff.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you allergic to cats too?
No, just dogs, which apparently is rare. So
Okay.
I guess
Interesting. All dogs, even like the hypoallergenic ones.
I haven't had a chance to test it because every one of my friends that has a hypoallergenic dog
Uh-huh.
also has a regular
Oh,
dog.
right.
So
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring my dog next time. He's hypoallergenic.
Oh,
He doesn't
really?
shed.
Yeah, I'm allergic to both cats and dogs. So.
Really?
So am
Oh,
I.
you are?
Yeah. I'm allergic
Yeah.
to horses,
Huh?
hamsters, everything.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm allergic to the smell because they all stink. I'm sorry.
I just don't like
So
the
does
smell.
it bother you when the Front Street people come and bring the dogs in the office?
You'll see me like
Hiding.
go the other direction.
I thought you were trying to say they smell.
I mean, I would because
What?
my eyes will start watering and
Oh,
my
is that
nose
sensitive?
starts- yeah, so
Okay. That's good to know.
So, what are your plans for the future, Antoinette? What are
Big
you
question. I know.
I know.
Sorry.
It's just
I'll.
like
It is a big
That's
Speaking of animals,
yeah.
So now that you hold what animal you like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I guess that's
When
crazy.
I grow up.
I don't know what I want to be when I grow up.
know.
I don't
It's
either.
just like,
Time.
I don't know. Right now, I'm still just trying to figure out what type of what genre of person I want to be. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
what
What-
genre? I like that.
yeah.
I think that's like just your life quest, you know?
Hold
yeah.
up.
just something
What
you're
what
always doing.
genres do you think are out there right now? I'm just curious.
Like genres, like you have like the hippies who like are eating vegan stuff and stuff,
Mhm.
and like
Definitely not. I'm definitely not doing that.
and then you have like the people who are always working. It's just like there's so many different. You have your artsy people, you have musicians.
Mm.
It's just like
Okay.
what type of person, what vibe do I want to give off when I'm older?
Okay.
You know,
Awesome.
but that's why these youth work experiences are so important. Because how many people today, let's say you're in your 40s, you're doing what you thought you would do when you're in high school. You need time to experience the world, to see what's out there, to learn.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
why these experiences are so important. Every young person aren't already on their career pathway. They just need to know what's out there and just explore the world. That's why these programs are so important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people don't know what they want to be until they've seen it and
Correct.
experienced it, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
That's true.
I definitely did not know there was such a wide range of jobs in high school. I was like, okay, there's like doctors,
Lawyer and engineer.
lawyers,
That's it.
Those are the three careers for Filipinos.
nursing.
Nursing.
Nursing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wish I would have had better knowledge on planners. Now that I've been working in planning, I'm like, that would have been such a cool industry to be in. I know it's not too late, but planning is a cool way just to be able to design how people's neighborhoods and communities look. Seems super cool.
It's very influential field for sure.
Yeah.
It affects everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like I want to be a police officer. I don't know if I might be too old to get in, but
that'd be crazy to see you as a police officer. I think you'd probably be the coolest one. Not to say that police are all bad, but you know.
I couldn't. I'd be. If someone told me no, I'd cry probably.
I know.
I'd be like, okay, I'm sorry.
oh no, I'd be like, put your hands up, turn around.
Get into it.
But my dad was a
Please get in
sheriff
the
for
car.
29 years, so I grew
wow.
up around, but I just never thought about being a police. But now it just seems super interesting. Maybe because I'm nosy. And so maybe I feel investigating everything. They'd be like, man, we didn't call you on here. It doesn't matter. Like,
I'm here anyway.
I'm here anyway. I need to know
I'm not going to arrest you. I'm just curious.
I need to know what's going on. What's going on?
No, you're not under arrest. I'm just, what are you doing?
I just want to know what you're doing. Like,
It looked really interesting from the other side.
yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming on to our show today.
No problem.
Yes.
It was really good to talk to y'all. And for those of you listening,
But before you go, I just want to know, how do people find out about internships and how often we do these? Like, if people are interested or they have some kids that are interested, like, what should they do?
Well, first thing, you should listen to community engagement. They have a list of everything that's going on in the city. So when the youth parks are getting ready for summer at City Hall, all that stuff is on our website. And when we have these new organizations out there, that's on our website. I'll give them a call. I'll be listing their contact information, and just being in the know. You know, really just being involved, knowing what's going on with the city, so you find out at the beginning and not after all the jobs. You know, we're having all our interviews for the rest of our internships next week. So we have to make sure you just be in the know.
Okay.
Cool.
Best way to be in the know is to listen to Sac Vibes and follow us on social media.
Get the link tree.
Yep, the
Yep.
link tree.
Come to the mixers.
Every
Right.
third Thursday.
Anyway, what I was saying earlier is if you're interested in seeing some of the artwork and memes that Antonette made, you got to come check us out when we're out in the city this summer. We'll be at the Filipino Fiesta this weekend. And then after that, if you can't make that event, we'll be at Juneteenth in Land Park. So
Yes.
check us out on social media to find out where we're going to be. And then you can see some of these cool stickers.
And I mean, we're always getting requests at different times of the year. So if y'all got a local event that you want us to come table at, share some resources, please feel free to comment below, send us a DM, and we'll definitely see if we can make it.
The Filipino Fest, oh my God, I'm just thinking about the food. So good. If you like cars, they do a big, huge car show.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
got the car show.
300, 400 cars
It's
out
big.
there. Like, it's a whole vibe. Great music. It'll be really fun.
It's only going to be 90 this year.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 100 last year.
I'll bring my Subaru.
Yeah, you did?
It's not souped up at all.
Okay.
It's just a Subaru.
Just don't leave your dogs inside of it.
And you guys may have noticed we did our podcast on the road
Oh, that's
last
right.
week.
Yes.
And
yes,
so
yes.
we celebrated the launch of City Start, which was a blueprint on bridging the wealth gap with Black residents. And we had a big, huge event at Our Place. Shout out to Our Place, and also Universal Soul Cafe.
Universal
Cafe. Miss Tanya Mack. But we did the podcast there, and Greg did such a good job. I'm like, we need to take this on the road.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It was
Yeah.
really good.
So we'll be out and about letting you see what we do on the streets. Because we in them streets.
We in them streets. City staff in them streets.
Oh, yeah. Is there anything else that we got today?
I think that's it. We got everything.
Okay, well, we are at time then. Thank you so much for vibing with us, y'all. Again, don't forget to follow us on social media, YouTube, Spotify, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.